Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Uche Ifeanyi, and what I do on this channel is sewing tutorials and sometimes market vlog. Okay, today we are going to be making this top that I am putting on. If this is what you would like to watch, please stick to the end of this video. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Don't fail to set your notification bell so that as soon as I upload any video, you'll be the first to get the notification. So stick to the end of this video. Thank you. So my fabric is folded into two. Okay, I'm trying to manage this fabric. Okay, so we are going to be doing length 28, including our sewing allowance. So at this point, I'm trying to get the shoulder and sleeve. Okay, and the length, this is the length. Okay, I'm trying to see where I can get length 28 while I'm also able to get my shoulder and sleeve length, right? Okay, so at this point, I'm going to be measuring my shoulder divided by 2. You mark it. All right. So I'm going to be using the rest for sleeve. I have like 4 inches, 4.5. Okay, thereabout. I'm trying to manage this fabric. Okay, so I'm going to rule it down. This is my sleeve. Okay, so from this point, the starting point, I'm going to measure 10 inches for our arm length. Okay, 10 inches for our arm length. I'm going to draw it across to the other side as seen in the video. Okay, so I'm going to connect this to my sleeve. Okay, that is what I am drawing down right now. Okay, so after this, I'm going to take the neckline measurement. Okay, I'm going to be using 3 inches for the width. Okay, right, and for the depth, I'm going to be using 4 inches. Yes, this is for the front. We are trying to get the front neckline, 3 inches width, and the depth is 4 inches. So from where we have 4 inches, I'm going to measure 3.5. I measured 3.5 and later adjusted it to 3 inches. Okay, that is where we are going to be having our slits open, right? So what we are doing now is on this line where we have 10 inches, I'm going to measure the hip measurement divided by 4. Okay, I'm going to mark it, which is 10, and I'll be adding 2.5 inches. So in allowance, you can do 2.5, you can do 2 inches. Okay, so that is what I had to mark. So the total of what we have here, I'm going to mark it at the hem of this top. Okay, don't forget the length of this top is 28 inches, including the sewing allowance. So I'm going to drag this down. Okay, I'm going to drag this down. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is to make this place a bit curvy. Okay, a bit curvy. Can you see that? So for the front neckline, I'm going to make my curve. Okay, it's a round neckline with a little slit, right? Okay, so when I'm done with that, I had to adjust this to 3 inches. Okay, the slit opening, I had to adjust it to 3 inches. That is what I am marking here. Okay, 3 inches. Yeah, not 3.5, 3 inches. So I think that's all for the front part of our cloth. Oh, we almost forgot our shoulder slope. Okay, 1 inch shoulder slope, and we're going to connect it to the neck width, right? That is what you see me doing. So at this point, we are done with the front. We have to cut it out. Okay, so let's cut together, right? So don't forget that when you are cutting, when you get to the point where you have your sleeve, we made it a bit curvy. so that it will not be sharp, right? It will not be sharp. Just watch what I'm doing. Okay, can you see me following it, right? And you continue with your sleeve. Okay, so at this point, if this video has been helpful, please hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment on this video. Don't also fail to drop your question in our comment section. I'll be right there and available to take all your questions. Okay, so this is me trying to cut out the shoulder slope, okay, because our shoulder is a bit slanted. So for the front, watch the way I'm doing the opening. From this point, I had to come up. Just watch the way it is not the normal slitting. Okay, can you see what I did? I did not just slit it open into two. I had to remove some fabric. Okay, so this is me trying to trim the hem of this top, okay, so that it will be equal, right? This is just a piece of fabric I have and I'm just trying to manage it to make this tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to place the front on another fabric. There's no zipper on this top. Okay, I'm just going to place it on another fabric folded into two. The fabric is folded into two, so I had to place the front on it. Okay, so basically what we'll be doing for the back is just to adjust the neckline. Okay, it's just to work on the neckline, and the neckline that we are going to be using for the back is 3 inches width and 1.5 depth. 3 inches, okay, and 1.5 depth. Okay, you can also do 1 inch depending on what you want. So I'm going to be curving it out. Okay, please always use your ruler if your hand is not straight. Okay, so we've been able to get the neckline, so I'm going to cut it out at this point. Okay, I'm going to cut it out and continue cutting the rest. Okay, we need to cut out the shoulder area. Make sure your fabric are always equal. So we are going to cut out the shoulder, okay, the shoulder slope, and we connect it to the sleeve area. Please like this video, share this video. Okay, this video will be of help to someone. Okay, is beginners friendly. It's a very simple and a straightforward video. Please like the video. Okay, if you are getting value, please like, share and comment. Thank you. Okay, so I'll go ahead to cut the hem of the top. Okay, and I'll continue, and by the time we are done cutting, you know, we are almost done with this top. It's a top that you can make in for like 1 hour, 2 hours. 2 hours is too much. 1 hour you are done with this top. Okay, so we'll now have our front and back ready. Don't forget, it's a cut together sleeve, but the sleeve is about 4.54 inches. Okay, so but we are going to be joining an extension. Okay, so this is what we have. So we are going to be doing a facing. Okay, we are going to be doing a facing. This is the back. Okay, I'm going to give it a good press. Don't always forget, it's good for you to iron out your fabric before cutting. So I'm going to give this a good press. Now this is the front. Can you see how the opening is? So I'm going to make the facing. Okay, now this fabric is folded into two, right? And I had to fold the front of my black top, fold it into two, and also place it. The folded area will be at the part where the Ankara, the African print, is also folded. Okay, we are trying to make an interface, just like the way you cut your interface. But now the Ankara is going to be at the front, not inside the top. So I'll measure from this point to 4 inches. Just watch me. From this point, I'm measuring 4 inches, 4.5, sorry, 4.5 inches. That is what I'm marking at this point. Okay, so from this point where we have our slits, I'm going to mark 4.5 inches as well. Okay, I'm marking it on the African print. Okay, I have to raise the black a bit to mark it. Right? So the next thing now is to cut this out. I'm cutting the African print. I'm cutting it out. Okay. So I'm going to also cut this up to where we have our 4.5 inches. Then I'll stop. Raise the black. Okay, I'm trying to open up. Watch the way I'm cutting this opening. I'm not slitting it. I'm not, dividing it into two. I removed some fabric. Okay, I have to start from the end point. So now I'm going to curve from the 4.5 I have here up to where I also marked 4.5 after the slit at the front. Okay, make sure your hand is straight or you use your ruler and make the curve. So now I'll be cutting it out. Okay, I'm going to be cutting it out. Okay, and we are done with this. Okay, so we are going to remove the African print and also fold it into two to cut for the back facing. Okay, so this is for the back facing. The Ankara fabric African print is folded into two and the back is also folded into two. So we go ahead again. From this point we measure 4.5. You can make it 4 inches, 3 inches. I want mine to be big. Yeah, you can make it smaller than that. And also from this point you also mark 4 inches or 4.5 rather. You mark it. Okay, and the next thing we'll be doing is to cut it out. Who is with my scissors? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to be cutting it out. Okay, gradually. You also cut here up to the point where we have our 4.5 inches. You remove the black, right? Then you connect. Okay, you connect up to this point, right? So I'm going to be cutting it out. Okay, so that will be for our back facing. I will also go and add my stay to it. Okay, add my stay. This is the back, so I'm going to do right side facing right side and I will sew it. Okay, right side facing right side. I'll sew it all through. I'll top stitch, I will notch. Okay, that's for the back. For the front, it's going to be wrong side of the fabric facing the right side of the facing. Okay, don't forget I folded the edge. Look at it, 0.5. Okay, so let's go ahead to, this is the wrong side. Okay, don't forget you're facing the right side of the facing will be facing the wrong side of your fabric, and you sew all around. you notch and you top stitch, you fold to this front and you sew on the 0.5. So I'm done with it. I had to use my hemming gum to bring it down before sewing, okay, so that it will be very neat. So this is the back side. Okay, can you see? It's inside that will have the African print. This is the wrong side. Okay, and this is the right side. So we are going to be placing it right side facing right side. Okay, right side facing right side, and we sew the shoulders. We close up the shoulders with 0.5 inches. 0.5 inches. Okay, so now that we are done with that, can you see how beautiful our top is? So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open it up. Okay, then I'm going to measure from one point of my sleeve, okay, to the other point, right? I measure it and I make a strip for it. This strip is 4 inches width. Okay, it's 4 inches width, and I had to add 2 inches to the length of what I got. So I'm going to use this 1 inch African print that is cut out and make like a bias at the tip, because I want it to be showing at the edge of the sleeve. Okay, so you just turn it up like a bias. Okay, watch what I do. When you turn it to the other side and you sew it. Okay, so you sew the sides, hem the down parts. Okay, don't forget to leave like 6 inches at the side and you are done. Okay, so make sure to give a good press. Make sure to give a good press. Okay, can you see the top? Don't forget what I said. This is how the strip looks like, okay, before attaching it to your sleeve. Okay, can you see the way I did it? You sew it this way, right side facing right side. You use your 0.5, you turn it out. That's just like an extension. Okay, can you see how it will come out? Okay, I'm just trying to manage it. Okay, make sure I give a good press. Okay, and your cloth is ready. Can you see how beautiful our top is? Can you see how beautiful our top is? Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking to the end. See you in my next video. Bye bye.